also get asked about feeding for your fish frozen. Now, we recommend a minimum 2 feeds a day on frozen, and preferably 4 or more if you can manage it. The foods want to be at least 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening is an absolute minimum of frozen. And when we say 2 feeds, flake and pellet, although it's useful, is more supplementary to a feed, and I wouldn't count that as towards the total of 2. So you still need to do 2 feeds of frozen. If you're there all evening and can spread the evening one out every hour or half hour over 2 or 3 feeds, even better. You'll get much better growth, much better coloration, it'll provide a more stable flow of nutrients to the bacteria, giving better water quality, less algae, less nitrates and everything else. When it comes to feeding frozen, for the vast majority of small reef fish, I'd feed primarily mysis, about 50% mysis. Make sure it's from a marine source, as many varieties as from a freshwater source, which can cause a dietary deficiency. So if you see if it's labelled as coming from a freshwater lake, then it's not really suitable for marine fish, to be honest. We'd say on small reef fish you want to feed about 50% mysis and the other 50% as varied as possible. So make sure that the other foods are small enough to fit in the mouths. If you're feeding small fish such as mandarins, scooters, a lot of wrassers, then make sure you include some cyclops or copepods or something small of that size in the morning feed at least, and preferably a little bit in the evening as well. I'd primarily feed very small feeds in the morning because they've got all day to find those, and then feed more of the larger foods in the evening. If you've got stuff that needs lots of regular foods like antheas, then you may need to increase the number of feedings even more than that. Feed a good quality of frozen about as much as the fish will eat in roughly 5 minutes, and that does mean 5 minutes of feeding, so not where they scoff it all in 30 seconds and then spend the next 3 minutes looking around for that last stray piece of mysis. The simple test is put some food into the tank, see how much they eat, leave it 5 minutes, put a little bit more in. If they still eat it, then you know you're not feeding enough. Keep doing that, you'd be surprised how much fish can eat. A 2-inch angel or a 2-inch tank can easily chomp its way through a half a cube of frozen over the course of a day. A 4 or 5-inch tank can easily chomp its way through 1 or 2 cubes of frozen throughout the day, even with a little bit of flake and seaweed and things on top of that. So do make sure you feed enough as well. Also check out our other videos on feeding fish.